Hey there, and welcome back to the video series about the RESTful API. So in the previous video we created the code for connecting to our database, and we can see we have a message here that we connected successfully to MongoDB. So now we're going to start on building the actual code for supporting the CRUD, the create and read and update and delete for our product. And in this example, I'm just going to use products. It could be anything. It could be a movie or another object that you need to use in your application, a node or whatever. And we're going to use Mongoose to also do this because it will allow us to have a good and simple interaction with the database. And we can also create database definition or schemas to actually define what we are going to create in the database. So first, we're going to make a new folder in our project here, and we're going to call this models because we need to have some definition to what we're actually going to create and that the CRUD operations are going to work on. So in the models directory, we're going to create a new file called product.js. So that is our definition for our product, and as I said before, it could be any object that you need to create in your application. Okay, so the first thing is that we need to bring in a couple of dependencies to make this work. So we're going to take Mongoose again. So we're going to require this. Let's find Mongoose right there. So now we got our library in here, nice and easy there. So now we're going to make a schema definition. So we're going to use Mongoose, and then Mongoose has a schema defined that we can use. And now we're going to customize it to our product. So we're going to make a new variable called product schema. Going to make this a new schema. And what should we put in here? Well, first, our product, I think we should have a name. I'm just going to write this in comments here, and a description maybe, and a price. It could be, there could be a lot more properties for this object. And usually when we talk databases, we also need to think about what is the data type, because they may be different, because a name usually is a text or a string. Price might be a number of some sort, a floating point number, and in stock usually is a Boolean value, true or false, if we have it in stock or not. So this should be a string of some sort. This should also be a string. This should be a number, and this should be Boolean, if I may type correctly here. So the way we do this is that we make a definition, you might say, that we take the name first, and then we have to decide what is the type of this property here, and that should be string. Then we the description, that should also be a string. We take the price, and that should be slightly different because it's not a string, it should be a number. We take in stock, and we also have a nice data type for that called Boolean. Alright, so let's just get rid of these values here. So that is our definition right now of our product. And there could be a lot more properties than this, but this is just a demonstration of this. Okay, so we have a definition for our product. That is really good. Now we need to export this. Mongoose, we will export this as a model. And the first string here, if I can type correctly here, is that we will define what should the name of the collection be called in the database. So that is in MongoDB Atlas. It should be called product. And then we need to specify the actual definition that is called the product schema that we define here. Okay, so now we defined how our product should look like in the database, and we can attach a lot of different settings for this. We can also make definitions for the minimum length or the maximum, if it should be required or not, and so on and so forth. So, but this is the first step in our building of the CRUD operations, that we have a definition of our product. So I hope you make this work, okay, and have fun with this. Bye bye.